What's up? What's up? What's up? So I'm gonna bounce around a little bit with this post, but I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. But I think the information I'm gonna share with you guys is super important, especially if you're the parent of a young athlete. So I turned on ESPN this morning, and I see that the head strength and conditioning coach from the University of Maryland resigned from his job today. If you guys haven't been following what's going on at the University of Maryland, they had one of their football players die of a heat stroke. His name was Jordan McNair. After conditioning drills on June 13th. And, you know, I can't imagine what that young man's parents are going through. You know, you send your kid away to go play a sport, and you put him in the hands of coaches that are supposed to have his well-being and his welfare in mind with everything that they do. And this young man will never come home again, and these parents will never see him alive ever again. So I talk about that, right? We see that in the college ranks. So of course we may see it in the high school ranks, and we may see it in the private sector, right? So I'm in the Greenwich, Connecticut area, and there's a bunch of facilities that cater to young athletes, and one in particular that I'm gonna make mention, because I think this will fall in line with what happened at the University of Maryland. So the head coach at this facility, his thing that he does is every time he has one of his kids throw up, or he makes one of his kids throw up, he puts up on Instagram as if it's some kind of badge of honor that he made him throw up. So I have a client. So mind you, this guy coaches at one of the high schools as well. So I have a client who plays under this coach at the high school. So he trains with this coach at his facility. And his first time working out with this coach, he threw up. So his mom comes to me and she's like, yeah, he had such a good workout, because the coach made him throw up. So I know it was good. And I said to myself, because, you can't really offend people too much when you share your own opinions, is him throwing up means what? What, as a parent, we need to ask that question. My kid throwing up meant what? Did the workout get my kid better today? Or did the workout crush my kid to where my kid may not want to work out again, or to the point where it made my kid feel so crummy after that they lose interest? Right? So as parents, I think what we need to do is make sure that we ask the right questions. And your kid throwing up, let me say this. I'm a coach. It's not hard to make your kid throw up. You find you find something that makes your kid thinks is hard, and you add on top of it. Your kid will throw up. It's not hard. So it shouldn't be some badge of honor to make your kid throw up, or that your kid threw up, because it's not hard to do that. What is hard is to get your kid better by doing stuff that's going to make them improve what they've been doing before. Improve, not just add on to because it makes it hard. Our jobs as coaches and our duty as coaches is to make sure your kid come to us and they're safe and they get better. Even if it's 1% better, we tell our kids 1% better every day is the goal. So we go on now, and I have a kid who hopefully will be the starting quarterback under this coach. So this coach is the strength and conditioning coach for the team. And my athlete brings me the conditioning schedule that this coach is now put up for them to condition with. And mind you, it's going to be the third week of August in Greenwich, Connecticut, where it's humid as hell, and they're high schoolers, right? And this guy has 4,000 yards worth of running for these high school kids in the third week in August in one session. It's not even broken up into like 3 or 4 sessions in one session. That's their conditioning. And I looked at it and I said to my client, I said, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? What is this? And he was like, this is what this coach has us, is going to have us do for our condition. This is our testing. And I was just like, huh. There was like 2,110-yard sprints. There was like a couple of 300-yard shuttles. There were a couple of 60-yard shuttles. And I was just like, what's the point? What's the point? And, you know, our job as coach, like where I think the situation that happened at University of Maryland and the situation that's happened in this facility, because I know, or with this high school, because I've seen it, is that coaches now, they're trying to build mental toughness through conditioning. Now think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. You're trying to build mental toughness through conditioning. Right? So when a kid says, "Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I need some water," and you say, "No, you got to finish this drill because we have another 2,000 yards of conditioning to do." This is how you'll have situations that happen at the University of Maryland. Now, again, I have 3 boys, and I don't want to ever give my son to someone to coach him up and for this to be the result. So as parents, y'all need to start to be very mindful as to who you hand your kids over to. Just because something looks cool on Instagram or something looks cool on social media, stop buying into that shit, because your responsibility is to your sons and your daughters to not let anybody do no dumb shit just to prove a point or to build mental toughness. As a coach, it's our responsibility to come up with something else. We shouldn't be mixing those two. Something else we can do to make sure our kids are mentally tough. We could come up with something else. It doesn't have to be only through conditioning, because that's when you could get kids hurt, and that's when kids don't go home to their parents. So be smarter than that, and hopefully I catch y'all on the other side. Tell me what y'all think. Leave a comment. And again, if y'all haven't watched my videos before, you don't know who I am, hit the subscribe button. All right.